his immune system was like.
That's right. During COVID, he was out just walking around.
Bring it on.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, COVID started in him. It wasn't even the bad.
Yeah, his nickname was Wet Mark.
Yeah. Patient zero.
All right, shall we start?
Yeah.
Sure.
This is the way down.
No, you're good.
I'm trying to squeeze this way because they keep wanting to walk by here.
You guys start. I was reminding myself.
I don't no sense of the tempo. I don't know. It was kind of like, how do we come in? Or do we come in like, yeah.
I can just never remember if he went in finale, if he accidentally just put the extra bit at the first bar.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
How's do you all? We'll take a lot of time.
Deep 4 or 2.
4.
We'll start with 4. 1, 2, 3.
No applaud. We got one for the last for the tooting things.
There was an accidental one in there.
The faculty will come in first, and then
Well, they come in first.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
Okay, now,
who's the last
next time,
time?
more of a Brazilian feel.
key. Just 1 year we started the processional a little too early, and so that's so I'll just give you the not like I'll give you the things that
Okay,
you're
but who's the last? So the students come. The students come in, or the
Or
yeah.
Jason.
Yeah. So I went to school there. Like Larry Engstrom was my trumpet teacher,
Yeah.
and I grew up in Reno and lived there forever.
Let's do
Well,
this.
So the
That'll
trumpet
start
player you're
Galactica.
talking about, I'm guessing his last name starts with Lenz.
Which trumpet player were we talking about?
Paul,
We
yes,
were mentioning.
Paul
Did we
Lenz.
mention trumpet player? Maybe?
No, we were just
I'm
talking
talking
about
about
Oh.
when we were out at teaching.
Oh.
Because that sounds absolutely like a Paul Lenz thing to do, to let people like remember.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Paul.
Wasn't
it
it?
was,
Oh.
it was actually
Oh, I
it was a
don't know
guy.
who
It
he's
was,
talking
it was a guy up in that I used to play with up in Boise.
Oh, okay.
That does
coming
sound
out-
like a
was
Paul
com-
thing.
Was coming out of Portland. Oh, that was
Absolutely something Paul Lenz.
Another
could
person
totally
told
see
me
you
that this podium party.
Yeah, let's do this.
and Matt is having
Yeah.
a doing this year, and then
He's
so
fun.
I will sort of
Yeah.
be standing
Yeah,
right
I
here.
was
Where are
on
the
a
students
junior
coming?
church
Their
for
students
4
coming
They're
over here too.
coming
Took me
from
3
right
years,
that
and then I
door.
resigned
They're
at the beginning of my
seating
fourth
here.
year, and then we worked the
We're
fourth
sitting
year.
all on the left. Then.
Actually,
Just
yeah,
so they're-
those empty
And luckily,
seats. They
and Reno
sometimes they
wasn't
come in this way,
Yeah.
sometimes
Yes,
they come
we
in
know.
that
Yeah,
way.
so they're going here, and hopefully then the faculty come up after.
Honestly,
Yep, and so
Yes.
I'll just
Yeah.
be
Look,
standing
Makes
right
it
here,
it's not like it's
and
yes,
Tammy will give me
it's
the
not
nod.
like
I
it's
will
easier
let
out
you
here,
know that
but
you're ready.
it's
and-
not
okay,
that.
sorry.
It's a start. No worries. No worries.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
okay,
It's a whole
perfect.
different
Best
thing.
way to put it.
It's a whole different thing that
no
has
worries.
nothing to do with playing an instrument. It just has nothing to do with playing an instrument. And you feel bad when you're getting a bunch of people degrees
Yeah,
on
yeah.
their names.
Yep. Yep.
Which one
Yep.
is the Galliard?
Galliard.
Yeah,
Battaglia?
the shite, the next one.
Work. Little one.
You got
One.
Sorry.
That's good.
I need a different weapon.
Well, I almost did the same thing. So it's fine. I
That
did
would have
that.
been a really interesting interpretation.
We would have
Down a step.
downtown. Which is easier to go second than something.
Okay.
The bar. He says, "Where's he going? Killing me." Right. All right.
Star Wars.
Great.
Okay, thank you.
We sometimes do the Marcello, the song, whatever, 14 or
Let's do
whatever.
the Judas Maccabeus first, and then we'll.
Yes.
I'm just gonna keep turning the page.
Yep.
Does that work?
2?
Yeah.
The beat's good.
The beats. I guess it's the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the
The first 8 bars.
singular.
Let's do the second time through it, so we do it soft. The second at the repeat.
Okay.
Okay.
See if you'll hit. What?
I like to believe it was like equal understand B C sharp 4. I was like, wait, not nope.
Let's do the Marcello.
Where's the swab?
Yeah.
That's right.
Don't ask me.
Do your job.
Yeah.
Get you some slides.
Yeah, that's right.
I need to launder it first.
All right, here we go. One.
Yummy.
He's probably
Like he's
got
gonna drop me to a low E
2
flat.
minutes?
So I'm gonna take the B flat for good measure.
Oh, so then we start on time.
You know, I know. Sorry, you're probably like, yeah, we know, 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. This is why they put me back here because I'm just like,
Should we do this do they nude?
Ooh.
Have we done that one? Did we do that one?
Not yet.
No,
Not
but I
today.
mean not today.
Oh, we haven't done it today, yeah. Oh, there we go.
That's me.
Oh, okay. With capital T, capital B, trombone, trombone.
Tenor bum.
Maybe.
I'm Trumpy too. Trumpy?
Mine spells out horn. That's why I know that.
Here we go.
Reads me.
How's that? One?
you ready?
So
Introduce me up or something.
Sorry, they're there, so I think
Don't just sit with
We'll do it next year. We'll resolve it next year.
we're just waiting for people to get sat, and then they're here.
so Legend of Pompous.
Agenda?
Okay.
Good?
Do not go on.
C is the
Just 1 minute?
So we're yes.
do repeat
Flat
A.
trumpet.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm so sorry.
String at C? Always at C.
Everybody, please be seated and welcome. Welcome. Thank you to the Peak Brass Quintet for the beautiful music this morning. Welcome, graduates, families, and friends to our December 2025 graduation ceremony. I'm Keith Molinar. I'm Dean of the College of Engineering and Applied Science. And as a three-time buff, a three-time graduate, I know just how special this day is for everybody. So today, we are celebrating the accomplishments of our students who've completed their requirements for graduation in their chosen degrees. Students, congratulations to you all on this enormous achievement. Today is a culmination of many years of hard work, and each of you have had a very different journey to get here. I hope that as you sit here today, you can take a moment and reflect on your path and feel proud of the dedication and perseverance that it took to get here. It truly is a time to celebrate. So let me warm us up with a few applause, because we are going to be applauding a lot today. But to the family and friends here and watching through the live stream, let me offer you a warm welcome and thank you for your support of these students in this significant milestone. Thank you. You all really do have so much to be proud of and celebrate today. And to the faculty and to the staff members, I want to thank you for the many ways you've influenced these students throughout their collegiate career and in their futures. Your influence has inspired our students and unlocked new opportunities in their journey. Thank you for taking this journey with them every step of the way. Then I'd also like to draw attention to and acknowledge our veterans in the audience and those who will be graduating. If you could take just a moment to stand, if you're able, so that we can give you a round of applause. So with that, I'd like to introduce you to our platform party. So to those on the platform, please stand when I say your name and program. I'll start with Hans-Peter Schaub with the Ann and H.J. Smead Aerospace Sciences. Maybe here we hold applause to the end to keep us moving. So, Stephanie Bryant with Materials Science and Engineering. Mindy Zarski with Integrated Design Engineering, Chris Myers, Electrical Computing and Energy Engineering, Mike Hannigan, Environmental Engineering, John Thomas with our Engineering Management Program, Danny Rankin with the Atlas Institute, Peter Hamilton with the Paul M. Rady Mechanical Engineering Department, Carl Linden with Civil, Environmental and Architectural Engineering, Corey New with Biomedical Engineering, Ryan Hayward, Chemical and Biological Engineering, Rachel Cox with Data Science, Ken Anderson with Computer Science, Colin West, Engineering Physics, Anya Lang, the HERPS Program for Engineering, Ethics and Society, Terry Hogan, our Associate Dean of Students, Ethan Coleman, who you'll see a number of times today, our outstanding undergraduate student, Ann Doherty with Applied Math, Shalom Rubin, today's faculty speaker, Kurt Maute, our Associate Dean for Undergraduate Programs, and Alea Ahmed, our Associate Dean for Graduate Programs. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, so to get us kicked off here, it's my pleasure to introduce our faculty speaker, Shalom Rubin. And this really is a special honor and a special award because it's student selected for this. So Shalom is a teaching professor in the Paul M. Rady Department of Mechanical Engineering. He teaches a wide variety of courses, including system dynamics, computational methods, industrial automation, and senior design. So many of you have seen him. Shalom earned his bachelor's and master's degree from the University of Washington before pursuing his PhD from the University of California, Los Angeles. He joined the CU Boulder faculty back in 2012. His students say he brings enthusiasm and compassion to every class that he teaches. They say he emphasizes the process of learning, not just getting the answers right, which helps them develop curiosity, intuition, and critical thinking skills. According to one of the student nominators, his deeply engaging lectures led me to believe that he not only loves the material he teaches, but that he wants for all his students to fall in love with the material as well. Both his students and colleagues were really excited to see that he was selected for this year's John and Mercedes Peebles Innovation and Education Award. Please join me in welcoming Shalom Rubin.
Whoa, this is a little bigger than my normal classroom. So thank you to Keith, thank you, Dean Molinar, for the kind words. Yeah, as he said, this is quite an honor to get the People's Award. As he said, this is a very special award because it is student nominated. So I really want to thank those students who took the time to nominate me and say those kind words. It really means a lot. So I love teaching because I love learning. I learn every day. I haven't stopped being a student. And it's been 25 years since I've been in this position and graduated from my BS. I learn every day. In fact, some of my best some of my best teachers are my students. Whether it be the questions that they ask me in lecture or office hours, or even the senior capstone teams that come meet with me to get my advice, but I walk out learning something new, or at least learning something I didn't know, and then I task myself to dig deeper into that subject. Another thing I do to keep learning is I take on independent study students, usually 3 to 4 per year, where I work with one student one-on-one on a project. And these projects are almost always something that I feel I don't have quite a handle on it. So I'm interested in learning more, and I get students to help me do that. In fact, most of my technical elective courses that I've created have somehow stemmed from an independent study project where I'm learning a new topic and a student is helping me do that. One of those actually that I just finished this semester is an analog electronics class where we learned how to build an analog synthesizer. Maybe you've heard of Moog, okay, an analog synthesizer. I taught a class to learn the fundamentals of that. I'm always looking for a Trojan horse to sneak the math in. Before they know it, they know Fourier. They didn't even know it was happening. So this is the one thing I want you to understand, though. This is coming from a person who 25 years ago was graduating, was terrible at electricity and magnetism. It was my worst class. Never thought I'd touch it again. But I did. It took 25 years of learning. I continue to dive deeper. In fact, this very semester, I am working with a graduate independent study, and we are learning how to build a motor from scratch. As a roboticist, I've used motors my whole career, whether it be servo motor out of a SparkFun inventor's kit, which I'm sure you all remember playing with, all the way up to an industrial, brushless, DC permanent magnet linear motor, which I worked on in my PhD. But the thing is yes, I learned how to use them, but I never learned how to build one. And I have that luxury as a teacher to dig deeper. In fact, I learned a new software this semester called Finite Element Method Magnetics. It's free, you gotta check it out. It's called FEM. And hopefully I will make it an elective course where we build a magnet from, where we build a motor from scratch. Now, by no means am I saying you should learn electromagnetism. Maybe you already know it. What I am saying is that you are about to be minted a new engineer. And this is an opportunity to continue learning. You're not done learning. Yes, you're graduating, but you've got a lot more to learn. And you should be excited about that. I am excited for you, for all that you are going to learn. Mind you, you're not expected to walk out of here and know everything, but you should be proud of the work that you have done to build that foundation to go out and dig deeper. One of the other fun topics related to electromagnetism that I have dug deeper in the last number of years being a professor here is electromagnetic waves and communication. So essentially radio. So cool. In fact, I became a licensed ham radio operator because of that, about 4 years ago. Okay. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit about that. In fact, my watch is a great example of that. This is a G-Shock, nothing special, but it is special actually, because it has a radio receiver in it. Okay? It's actually receiving, we are right now, have radio waves flying by us all the time. We should probably be wearing tinfoil hats. Right now, the National Institute of Standards and Technology right here in Boulder are transmitting a 60 kilohertz wave, very low frequency radio wave, that this one radio station transmits across the whole country. Just the one radio station. Technically it's in, NIST is here in Boulder, the radio tower is in Fort Collins, there's more room out there. And this one radio station, because it is 60 kilohertz, because it is very low frequency signal, it can hug the earth. So it can propagate way beyond the line of sight. Mind you, 102 FM, for example, is in the megahertz. That's 102 megahertz. It's high frequency, very high frequency. And basically, they can only transmit to line of sight, which is why you have a 102 FM in every city. Versus this is just one station, WWVB, look it up. Okay? Now, mind you, you can actually transmit further than line of sight with even high frequency if you bounce it off the moon. But I don't want to get into that. Right now, NIST is transmitting their atomic time. Their atomic clocks right here in Boulder are being transmitted through this radio station. So every night, my watch checks the radio station and decodes the atomic time and compares it to my clock. So my watch gets updated every night to atomic time. You can buy one of these. You can, of course, buy the G-Shock. You can also buy a clock. If you go to Amazon and Google atomic clock, you can buy one of these for $25. Mind you, it's technically a quartz clock, but it has the radio station to correct its time. This is some serious nerd cred. I would consider getting one. Now I want to leave you with a quote from Albert Einstein when delivering his opening remarks to the 7th German radio exhibition at Berlin in 1930. Mind you, I want to preface this that he was frustrated with the public for its apathy towards science at the time. One ought to be ashamed to make use of the wonders of science embodied in the radio, the while appreciating them as little as a cow appreciates the botanic marvels in the plants that it munches. Burn. A little harsh maybe, but never seen Einstein be so frustrated. But I'm choosing to look past the frustration and focus on the fact that there is so much beauty in engineering around us that we use and maybe take for granted. So I hope that you will dig deeper in your future endeavors. Congratulations and go Buffs. Thank you.
Thank you, Shalom, and I think you can see how his nominators talked about his love of the topics, and it really comes through. So now I get to introduce a number of our award winners, our student award winners, and they're going to come up and get a photo op, and then we'll have a speech from one of them. So let me start with our first one, and this is our Outstanding Dissertation Award, and this is Bruce Kirkpatrick. So Bruce, if you could come up. As Bruce comes up, I'll share a little bit about his work. He's getting his PhD in biological engineering and is advised by distinguished Professor Christy Anseth. His dissertation, titled Photochemical Control of Hydrogel Network Technology, Fundamentals of Cellular Applications, focuses on developing jello-like materials called hydrogels. These hydrogels support technologies that enable long-acting or precisely timed drug and vaccine delivery. They can also shield donor cells from the immune system and improve their survival after transplantation. Bruce is also part of our MD PhD program with CU Anschutz Medical Campus, where he's currently a third-year medical student. Please join me in congratulating Bruce on his PhD accomplishments and wishing him well in the next phase of his career. Okay, next we're going to recognize our outstanding undergraduate awards, starting with our Academic Engagement Award. This award recognizes undergraduate students engaged with academics to an extent that elevates their own and others' learning experiences. So if I could please have our winner, Ethan Coleman, come on up. So Ethan is graduating with 2 degrees today in chemical and biological engineering and applied math. He managed to complete both degrees in just 9 semesters, which is truly no easy feat. He also somehow found time to work as a teaching assistant for 6 classes and take 3 additional graduate level classes. Ethan also served as a student ambassador for the Department of Chemical and Biological Engineering, helping to advocate for students and create an inclusive learning environment for all. So again, this won't be the last time you see him, but please please join me in helping congratulate Ethan on his Academic Achievement Award. Okay, next I'd like to welcome on stage our Community Impact Award winners. This award recognizes students who contribute to improving their department, program, or college or university or local community. First, I'd like to recognize Annika Mathur, who is not able to be with us today, but I'd like to say a few words about her. Annika is receiving her degree in electrical engineering. She served as treasurer for both the Society of Women Engineers and for the Engineers Without Borders chapters since 2023. According to her nominator, Annika promotes collaboration and encourages participation from students of all backgrounds. By modeling these values, she strengthens the college community and sets the standard for future leaders. Annika's not leaving CU just yet, so we'll get to see her again. She's getting her bachelor's accelerated master's program in electrical engineering with a concentration in high-speed digital engineering. So in absentia, let's just give her a round of applause. All right, so next, welcome Sarah Jayshree Oza. Sarah began her engineering journey as an open option program before choosing to get her degree in mechanical engineering. She went on to volunteer as a peer mentor, helping other open option students choose their degrees. She would help them to explore the different disciplines, navigate the transition from high school to college, and find community and success in their first semester. Sarah's nominator says her empathy and consistent support for her peers has made her a lasting impact on the CU engineering community. And a quote is, "Through her inclusive spirit and genuine curiosity, she fosters a culture of belonging where every student can feel seen, supported, empowered to succeed." So congratulations. Okay, on to our Global Engagement Award. Could Caroline Mumm come to the stage here? This award recognizes students who are globally engaged in areas such as research, service, or professional work. While pursuing her degree in architectural engineering, Caroline participated in a summer abroad program at Freie Universität Berlin in Germany. She took intensive German language classes as well as classes in sustainability and business while she was there. She also served as an ambassador for that university. Caroline said studying in another country to see her helps her to see different challenges and the innovations happening elsewhere and how the rest of the world is working on sustainable practices to support our future. She plans to visit family after graduation before starting her lighting design position at WSP in Denver. Congratulations, Caroline. All right, we'll keep moving, and I'm going to ask Ethan to come back up. I'm going to share what his next award is, which is our research award. So round of applause. So this award recognizes undergraduate students who've demonstrated excellence in research. Ethan spent 1.5 years working in Assistant Professor Ankara Gupta's lab of interfaces, flows, and electrokinetics. Professor Gupta called him, get this, one of the most gifted and brilliant undergraduate research students I've encountered in my academic career. Very high praise. He proved to be a strong collaborator, crossing traditional discipline boundaries between chemical engineering and applied math and physics and environmental science. Ethan authored 2 journal papers and has attended several conference presentations to present his work. So, we have more than one award here, but let's congratulate him for the research award. Hold on, yeah, set that one down. Okay, this is his last one, I promise. Ethan is also taking home our overall outstanding undergraduate for the College Award for Fall 2025. So this award recognizes a student who's maximized their educational experience in a holistic way with accomplishments across several of the individual thematic award areas. And you can see he's really used the whole runway here. So His nominators say his research has significant potential to advance both the scientific understanding and societal technologies. They also say he truly enjoys helping others, contributing both to culture and teaching missions in both of his majors. Ethan plans to continue working in Ankara's LIFE, L-I-F-E lab for the next few months after graduation. He's also applying to graduate school to pursue a PhD in chemical and biological engineering and plans one day to become a professor. He's specifically looking for labs that perform types of biological research that he's currently pursuing. And I'm sure wherever he lands, we know he's going to do great things. So before I hand over the microphone for your speech, let's go ahead and congratulate you one more time.
So thank you, Dean Molinar, for introducing me, and hi everyone. So I'm Ethan, and over the past week, I've been thinking a lot about graduation, because that's kind of the thing you do. And I just want to talk a little bit about some of the things that have come to my mind, and invite you to take from them what you will. So the first thing I kind of think of with graduation is that a lot of my friends graduated in the spring. And so I don't know if that's like a common experience for us fall grads or not, but I remember they were all kind of freaking out, which I got a real kick out of. And part of that is because you're so excited about what comes next. Part of it's because there's a lot of stress about college being so important and making sure you lived up to that expectation. But I also think a part of it is just kind of the shock of everything, And they're all over the place now. So some of them are in grad school, some of them have jobs, some of them are, working on it. But I've realized that, wherever they are in their career, wherever they are in the country, they're all pretty happy, and that makes me pretty happy. And so, the ones who are still in Boulder, we just go and do the same things that we've always done, and they're just as ridiculous and college kid-like as they always were. And I really appreciate that. And so, I think it's kind of made me appreciate kind of the different scales of this, because in the grand scheme of things, this is a really big deal, and it's gonna change our lives. But on the day-to-day, you're gonna wake up 3 months from now, and you're still just gonna be you. And at least for me, I think that's been a huge relief, because I'm just really glad to know that it's sort of a continuation, And so this actually has decreased my stress about graduation a lot. And it got me thinking back to kind of my high school graduation, because that was a time when I really was scared about what came next. And I think what I've realized, thinking back to high school, is I remember a lot of the big moments and the people who were important to me. But I think a lot of the day-to-day stuff of what just life was has kind of been lost in my memory. And I think a big part of that is because I spent so much time thinking about what came next that I didn't really take that much time to appreciate what I had then. And this is kind of just how I am, I'm the kind of person when I go on a vacation, I have to buy a new toothbrush every time, because I spend 98% of my time thinking about vacation and 2% thinking 3 shirts, 3 pants, other stuff. And some of you are maybe like me. Some of you are maybe naturally reflective, and that's really good for you. But I've decided I'm okay with that when it's a toothbrush. But when you're leaving a part of your life, what you're packing up with you is your memories and your friends and things you can't find for $1 at the local gas station. And so I think I've decided that just this once I'm willing to change, and I would invite you all to definitely also do the same, because I think it's important. And definitely I would encourage you also to when you're thinking about that kind of stuff, don't focus too hard on the big stuff, because I think we're all gonna remember today. You guys in the fancy gowns will probably remember defending your thesis. And I think it's really the small stuff. And so an example for me is I had this study group, and every time we had an exam, the night before we'd all go and get fought together. And this is a pretty normal experience, I feel like. A lot of y'all probably do similar things. But I really appreciated that community, and I don't really care if it's a boring experience. And since I'm planning on going to grad school, I think maybe wherever I end up, I'll try and find a new fuzz spot and try and continue that. And so I would definitely just encourage you to ask yourself what is important to you out of those small things of your life that you've developed in college, and what you want to carry with you. And maybe even, what you want to leave behind. Because I think I've loved college, but just because it's over doesn't mean we have to pretend it was perfect, And so I think we can appreciate both sides of that, because we really have a great opportunity to both maintain some continuity and hit the reset button. And I think that there aren't a lot of opportunities in life to do both of those things. So really more than any of that, I just also want to say that I think we probably all have some fun plans for today. And I really hope that everyone just has a really nice day, because I know how hard we've all worked to get here, and I think we definitely deserve it. So, congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Ethan, for that thoughtful address, and thank you for the reminding me that I should reflect more. I'm Professor Alay Ahmed, a faculty member in the Department of Mechanical Engineering and also the Associate Dean for Graduate Education. And it is my great pleasure to share with you some insight into what we call our long-haul students, our PhD candidates. So after receiving a bachelor's degree, these students somehow decided that was not enough. They've spent at least 3 and some 8 or up to 8 more years in school beyond their bachelor's and master's degrees. And while they've completed some additional coursework in that time, their primary focus has been on performing research to create new knowledge and technologies to improve society. And so I have another quote from Albert Einstein. Shalom stole my thunder, but this is a happier Einstein, I think. So Albert Einstein once said, "The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing." And this quote perfectly encapsulates the essence of PhD research, where curiosity drives innovation and discovery, leading to advancements that benefit society as a whole. Each PhD candidate has successfully carried out independent, novel research to advance a particular field, and they have written a dissertation that is frequently the length of a novel. A long novel, too, so sorry. So most of the material in the vast array of textbooks that we use in our undergrad classes was initiated by somebody's doctoral research. Most importantly, our PhD students in engineering are working on many of society's most important and technologically challenging problems. For example, they're discovering how to make solar panels more efficient through novel materials, or determining how to best integrate wind and solar energy sources into the electric power grid. Others are creating novel approaches to personalized medicine and healthcare. Additionally, some are working on advanced robotics to assist in disaster recovery and rehabilitation. Their work is truly changing our world and improving our quality of life. I would also like to acknowledge the unwavering support from the families of our PhD candidates. As many of us know, the journey to a doctorate is long and demanding, and it would not be possible without the encouragement, the patience, and the sacrifices made by their loved ones. And today, we honor not only the achievements of our PhD candidates, but also the invaluable contributions of their families. PhD students in academic regalia look a little bit different. They wear a hood, like this one that I'm wearing here, to symbolize the awarding of a doctorate. And the hood originated nearly 800 years ago, just as a normal article of clothing. It was a practical garment, something they needed for warmth when they were studying in these unheated medieval libraries, and it could also substitute as a bag for carrying alms. Of course, the form and function of the hood is dramatically different today. Today, it is entirely honorific and decorative, and it's presented as an ornament to graduates as part of their commencement ceremony. And the hood has some unique characteristics. The wide velvet trim represents the PhD degree, and the colors represent the institution that is awarding the degree. And our doctoral students, if you notice, will don a hood with the University of Colorado colors of silver and gold. So, family and guests, please remain seated during the recognition of all of our PhD candidates. And candidates, after you cross the stage, you can head to the lobby to have your photo taken and then return to your seat. So, may I now present the candidates in Aerospace Engineering Sciences. David Fitzpatrick. Kevin Walter Saka. Anton Boyanovsky. Young May. Davina Birder. Present the candidates, PhD candidates in biological engineering. Bruce Edward Kirkpatrick. I now present the doctoral candidates in chemical engineering. Lacey Scott Roberts. Todd Whitaker. I now present the doctoral candidates in civil engineering. Abigail Coyle Schmidt. I now present the doctoral candidates in computer science. Erica Hunhoff. We now present the doctoral candidates in creative technology and design. Ruhan Yang. I now present the doctoral candidates in mechanical engineering. Hannah Larson. Charlotte Michelle Thomas. Jackson Alexander Pope. Martin Nguyen.
Caroline Rose Frischman. Colby Francor. Sam Duchamp Simons Wellen. Ricardo Lovison. Colin Corbish.
I now present, no, Stephanie. Sorry.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Kurt Marte. I'm a professor in aerospace engineering, and I serve as the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Education. It is my great pleasure this morning to present to you the candidates, the master and bachelor candidates. May I present now the candidates in aerospace engineering sciences.
Henry Giovanni Machado. Lindsay Hoger. Maxine Stonescu. Catherine Elizabeth Spencer. Brandon James DiLorenzo. Anya Postnikoff. Dietrich Dennis Clem. Marjorie Trahan. Samuel Davidson Lippincott. Max Harrison Gerber. Eric Alejandro Mancera Davila. Alexis Elise Ellington. Margaret Meng Wussau. Sean Patrick Vesteca. Nolan Reed Stevenson. Aiden Livingston Bagley. Ian Michael Faber. Zachary Hayden Goldberg. Christian Peter Bowman. Catherine Judge Lightfoot. Aisha Badr Ali Hassan Al-Hamadi. Aliyah Ibrahim Al-Hosni. Reem Tafiq Khalib.
May I now present the candidate in applied computer science?
Mayumi Shimobi.
May I now present the candidates in architectural engineering?
Shia Farley. Aisha Ramadan. Bella Lee. Caroline Sarah Mum.
May I now present the candidate in biomedical engineering?
Samantha Martinez. Janet Marquez Rubio. Damian Solis. Camden Gallen. Abraham D. Neuber. Aria J. Ashuri.
May I now present the candidate in chemical engineering?
We have a technical difficulty. Lindsay Whitmore. What are we now? Ethan James Coleman.
May I now present the candidates in civil engineering?
Arnold Bujingo. Tessa Landon.
Stacy, they fixed the mic. They'll move back now.
Okay. Francisco Ruiz Escobar.
May I now present the candidates in computer science?
Andy Nguyen. Malia Ann Hayes. Jason Hunter. Donovan Tong He Lee. Miles Theodore Mena. Jackson Matthew Schwalbach. Bagar Shri Sudarshan. Advait Mahesh Deshmukh. Kizur Pashta.
Madhumanti Madti. Kira Yvonne Veles. Oluwabusha Bari Barsde. Gerald Oric Oluok. Abu Rahman Saleh. Shurhan Lin. Jillian Hoffman Bartz. Ella Camille Pasternak. Jeshua Dimawea. Catherine Amanda Deegan. Walker James Nrog. Michael James Gasecki. Jackson Reese Cockrum. Logan Richard Brown. Declan Andrew Greiner. Vanessa Kaylee Sentong. Kayshawn Rushik. Kevin Yang. Zachary Ryan Atkins. Andrew Thomas Fenningworth. Noah Liska. Nicholas Clemens Tishkowski. Ana Reyes Bravo. Scott Callinger. Kushbu Adhikari. Lydia Lux Clark. Noah Rob Schottenfor. Senna Linda Okchuk. Francisco Villanueva. Kevin Barry Kaufman. Jennifer Ann Caphammer. Linnea Margaret Jones. Niraj Gautama.
May I now present the candidates in creative technology and design.
Ria Brauckley. Aria Brauckley. Vivas Shrees. Lily Batten.
May I now present the candidate in data science?
Suyag Nimari. Tuan Nguyen.
May I now present the candidates in electrical engineering?
Pedro Mejido. Tyler Robert Martin. Peter Braza. Sean Lockhart. Raul Alexander Hernandez.
May I now present the candidates in electrical and computer engineering?
Ben Nawatney. Li Huan Lu. Andre Silvestre Janussi. Benjamin Scott Dennis Carey. Robert Michael Lowe. Shayla Kogan. William Snyder. Aben Abraham. Shahrukh Sharmila. Samiksha Vijaykumar Patil. Damini Ramesha Gowda. Ayana Lynn Noronha. Shreyas Somunandan. Ikena Olelewe.
May I now present the candidates in engineering management?
Antonio Marquez. Salih Ibrahim Aldoki. Rishab Pali. Alexander Jessen. D. Shea. Kaya Warner May. Alicia DiRego. Paul Michael Humes.
May I now present the candidate in engineering physics?
Hero Trent.
May I now present the candidates in environmental engineering?
Joshua Klaus. Carly Elizabeth Fulis. Alexa Joy Camino. Julia Hayden.
May I now present the candidates in mechanical engineering.
Nicholas Sky Atchley Ravers. Hadi Hasbini. Marshall Tate Graybill. Pranav Virkirtan Dayan Neethi. Jahane Ait Bella. Gian Kobus Mayer. Michael Thomas Rouse. Sarah Jayshri Oza. Jessica Carolyn Bontoms. Mackenzie Grace Sievers. Kyle Lewis Vara.
May I now present the candidates in materials science and engineering.
Nicole Helene Llewellyn. Oluoma Funulemio Alakinte.
May I now present the candidate in network engineering.
James Daniel Vaughn.
May I now present the candidate in technology, cybersecurity, and policy.
David Anthony Duckworth.
I'll give folks just a few minutes to get back to their seat before I wrap up. And I guess I'll go off script a little bit and just say how very excited I am for what's in front of you. You know, I used this notebook at graduation because in 1990, when I was a first-time Buff graduate, my sister gave me this. And I think back to all that's happened since then, and it really makes me think of your future and everything in front of you. So I hope you feel the gratitude for this university that I do, because it's going to open so many doors with our 50,000 plus engineering alumni, that group that you're being welcomed into today. So as we filter back here, I'd just like to have a few closing remarks. Today, we graduate 422 engineers and scientists. It's a spectacular day, yeah. It really is a spectacular day for not only our graduates, but their family and the entire community. So graduates, I challenge you to consider this. Think back to before you arrived here at CU Boulder, when you decided to become an engineer or scientist. Think about all that you've persevered. This is a big task to get through your degrees. And look at all that you know now, what you didn't know then. And here you are. So you truly do have the knowledge, the skills, and the confidence to take on the challenges of the 21st century. You're literally literally ready to go forth and change the world, because that's what engineers do, make the world a better place. So in the next few weeks or months, when you start your engineering careers, I would just have a couple things to ask of you. Stay true to that vision of creating a new future and changing the world for good. When workplace or societal challenges appear, stay true again to that vision. Be prepared, though, to challenge your own assumptions and continue learning, right? I think we had a great speech today about continuous learning and love of learning. So be that lifelong learner, and from that you can build a promising future for us all. So personally, I can't wait to see what you all are going to do to create an impact in this world for the great challenges and opportunities that face our nation and our world. Because that's what we do as engineers, we create the future. So, welcome to this professional community of engineers and computer scientists. I know you're going to make us all proud. So, before I close, I would like to ask you to stay connected with our engineering community. And by that, I mean the simple thing to do is follow us on Instagram, follow us, right? On @CU Engineering. Can I take a moment? Do you mind? Yep, selfie. So, but you know, truly more than that, I also invite you to come back to the college. We have, you know, alumni events. You can come back and watch a football game and tailgate, but more so, think about coming back and mentoring our students. Think about all of the students in K through 12 who should be buffs, who you can help inspire to become engineers. You truly are the role models for the next generation of innovators. You'll always be welcome here at the college, so thank you. All right. So, I'm going to ask you one final act, and I'm going to invite you to take your tassel and move it from the right side to the left side to mark the end of your journey and the beginning of a new one. All right, so thank you again to family and friends and everyone who's joined us live stream here. That does conclude our program. Thank you again to the Peak Brass Quintet and audience. If you would, please remain seated until our platform party has left the stage, and thank you.
purposes instead of some accidentals.
I've done the King version so many times. It's always surprising me. When
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not
Yes,
the same.
Dan's versions throw me off.
Yeah, there
It's
was
not
a-
what I'm
you're right.
expecting.
Yeah, man,
There's that other one.
I got some low notes in there. It's like, wait a minute.
It's like, yeah, it's
A
like,
couple of like new rhythms or new things to play. I was like,
G's in
oh,
this.
wait, no,
Well, I tried to
no,
modulate, and you guys would go with me. So
safe travels to
you
your
too.
next gig.
Yes.
Merry gig, Mr. Ball, into all a good gig.